past a video and think, how is this blowing up? Some random niche you've never even heard of is racking up millions of views, while everyone else is fighting over the same oversaturated content. See, the secret to growing fast isn't working harder, it's spotting undiscovered niches before they explode. And right now, there's one that barely anyone is using, but it's wide open for the taking. Even better, you don't need to spend hours scripting, editing, or designing. There's an AI tool that can pump out high-quality content in minutes, making it ridiculously easy to get started, even if you've never made content before. And the craziest part? The people in this niche are pulling in insane engagement, but since it's under the radar, there's practically zero competition, meaning if you start now, you can dominate before everyone else catches on. This TikTok account has over 10,000 followers, and their videos all get like hundreds of thousands of views. So in this video, I'm going to break it all down, the niche, the strategy, and I'll even show you a few tricks to make your content stand out instantly. To make things simple, I've linked a Google Doc in the description with everything you need. And if you're serious about turning this into an income stream, check out my private community, where I go deep into YouTube growth, automation, and monetization. Finally, grab my free ebook in the description for a free guide. All right, let's get into it. So head to ChatGPT and we're going to ask the AI to name us 6 video games that have incredible/unique scenery. This way we can generate insane visuals for our video. All right, as you can see, the AI has begun to generate us 6 ideas for video games that we can use for our video. I think these ideas are good, so I'll select them for our video. All right, that's our video ideas. Now it's time to set up our account. With this niche, branding is everything if you want to hit 10,000 followers fast. A strong, consistent brand makes you instantly recognizable, which helps you grow way quicker. So, to do this, the first thing we need to do is make sure we can actually make money. If you're in a region that supports the Creator Rewards program, perfect. If not, I've linked some accounts in the description. Next, we need a name and profile picture. For the name, head over to Namelix. Once you're on the site, type in what your content is about. I'll go with scenic video games, click through, and you'll see that the AI has generated a bunch of name ideas for us. Scroll through and grab one that stands out to you. Now for the profile picture. To get this, head over to Leonardo.ai using the link in the Google Doc. Once you're on the site, go to Image Generation. And now, we just need to tweak a few settings to get the best possible result. First, switch the generation model to Leonardo Phoenix, since that produces the highest quality images. Then, scroll down and set the generation quality to the highest setting. After that, select a 1:1 ratio so we get a perfectly square image that fits as a profile picture. Once all of that is set, we can now enter our prompt. Since this is a video game niche, I'll go with Mario jumping on a Mario level. I'll hit generate, and as you can now see after skipping ahead, we have 4 perfect profile pictures to choose from, so pick one that you like. Alright, we now need to go ahead and get the background visuals. Now there's 2 ways to do this. The first is actually playing the game yourself and recording it. Now do this option if you can. However, for 99% of us, this option isn't viable. So I've got a little trick we can do instead. So we can actually get some footage online. So to do this, we want to head to YouTube. Now once you're on here, search for The Beauty Of and then type your game. So my first game is Skyrim, so I'll search for that. Alright, as you can see, there are many videos to pick from, so go through and watch some beautiful moments of Skyrim. Now if I head back to ChatGPT, you can now see that my next game is Red Dead Redemption 2. So I'll head back to YouTube and paste that into the search bar instead of Skyrim. Now you can see that we have more footage of Red Dead now instead of Skyrim. As you can see, this game is also beautiful, and it would make for a good video. Alright, the last one I'll show is The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. This last game is absolutely stunning, and would definitely make for a good video. So you need to go ahead and repeat this process with all 6 games that we have on our list. Now if there isn't a dedicated beauty of video, then you can always get clips of random gameplay for this style of content. Alright, let's now edit our video. Real quick, my private community is where I share everything I've learned about making money online, without the fluff. Inside, you'll get access to exclusive insights, a list of 100+ profitable niches, and direct support to help you scale faster. Whether you're just starting out or looking to grow, this is the place to get real strategies that actually work. Check it out in the description. Let's edit our video. To do this, I'll use CapCut. Once you're on the tool, go ahead and start by importing everything we've gathered. Now the first thing we need to do is to sort out our audio. To do this, just drag the audio onto the timeline. Now I'm going to crop the audio a little in, as this is where the beat drops, and would be perfect for our video. Alright, we now need to add in our visuals. To do this, you want to drag in your first game. Now we need to make sure that we resize it. Head to this button below the video and set the ratio to 9:16 for the TikTok format. Also, enlarge your video so it emches this. Alright, you now need to go ahead and trim up different parts of your video, like so. You need to make it so the clip changes on the beat of the song. I'll fast forward this part, but I'm trimming clips of our games on the beat and making each game last about 10 seconds each. Alright, once this is done, we can now go ahead and add some text to our video. So to do this, head to text in the top left of CapCut and then add some default text. So as you can see, we now have text. In this text box here, we need to type "guess the video game" from the scenery. Also, make sure you hit enter a few times so it's nicely spaced like this. Alright, we now need to add a template to our text. Scroll down and add a template from one of these options here. The next thing I'll do is add an animation. Head to animation in the top right and then head to the loop category. Once you're on here, you want to look for this jiggle effect as it adds this nice looking movement to the text. Alright, we now need to add some more text. All we need to do with this one is type the number 1. Like the intro text, you also need to scroll down and give this a template to style it a bit. We're going to place this when the first game starts and extend it to when it ends. Now we need to copy this text for the remaining games and just paste it in for each game. Make sure to increase the number each time. The final bit of text we need to make is the game reveal. Copy the numbered text and type in the name of your game. Now make the duration of this text really short, so it only lasts for the final little clip of your game. Now like the numbers, you need to copy this text and change the text so it matches each game. Alright, the next thing we need to add is an effect. To do this, head to the Effect tab in the top left of CapCut. Now head to the search bar and you want to search for black noise. This effect adds this clean, grainy effect for our video, and I think it looks really good, so add it to your video track. Once it's in place, extend it to the end of your visuals. Alright, one last thing we need to add. We now need to go ahead and edit the coloring. To do this, head to Adjustment and add an adjustment track to your video. Alright, once it's in place, you want to extend it so that it lasts the entire duration of the track. We're now going to edit the colors, so listen up. So head to the top right. Now the first slider that we need to change is the saturation. I recommend that you guys increase this to around 10 to really get the colors to pop. The next slider is the sharpness. Increase this, and it'll make our images look much better. Finally, we have the vignette. Now, if you increase this, it'll add these black edges that look super clean. Alright, that's our video done. Here's the finished result. If you guys want to monetize this correctly, then join Mikey for the best strategies. Bye.